Gravity is the invisible force that shapes every aspect of life on Earth. If it suddenly doubled, the world we know would become unrecognizable overnight. Every step, every breath, every structure would feel the weight of this new crushing pull. For humans, the change would be immediate and exhausting. Bodies designed for current gravity would feel twice as heavy. Standing would be difficult, walking would require enormous effort, and running might be nearly impossible. Muscles and bones would strain under the pressure. Over time, however, the human body might adapt. Legs and spines would grow thicker, bones denser, and muscles stronger. People would likely become shorter and sturdier, shaped like compact towers of strength. Daily life would transform. Carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or lifting objects would demand huge energy. Sports would be unrecognizable. Basketball would lose slam dunks, soccer kicks wouldn't travel far, and high jump records would shrink to mere inches. Even simple play for children would become intense exercise. Buildings and technology would also struggle. Structures designed for normal gravity might collapse under their doubled weight. Skyscrapers would crack, bridges could fail, and airplanes would struggle to generate enough lift to fly. Transportation might shift toward underground trains and reinforced vehicles, while air travel would shrink to short, powerful flights with heavier engines. Nature, too, would be reshaped. Trees might grow lower and sturdier, spreading wide instead of tall. Birds would find flying far more difficult, their wings needing immense strength. Many species might go extinct, unable to cope with the increased demand. Ocean creatures would fare better as water supports weight, but even their swimming would take more effort. Humans would likely adapt tools and technology quickly. Exoskeleton suits could help workers and citizens move under the intense gravity, while cities would be rebuilt closer to the ground with reinforced materials. Food production would become critical, as farming under such strain would require new methods, possibly vertical or underground agriculture. Culturally, the experience of gravity would redefine values. Strength and endurance would be prized above all else. A society under double gravity might admire sturdiness and resilience, the way we currently admire speed or agility. Art, too, would change. Dancers would move slowly but powerfully. Sculptures would emphasize weight and groundedness, and architecture would be squat but enduring. Space exploration would suffer. Launching rockets would require far more fuel to escape Earth's pull, possibly halting human expansion beyond the planet. Humanity might remain grounded, forced to turn inward and adapt instead of reaching outward. Yet there could be benefits. Denser bones and stronger muscles would make people less vulnerable to fractures or osteoporosis. Earthquakes might cause less chaos if everything is already built for massive pressure. Humanity might become the strongest version of itself physically, though at the cost of freedom of movement and lightness. Philosophically, living under crushing gravity might change how people see life. The metaphor of carrying weight would become literal, every step a reminder of endurance. Perhaps communities would grow more resilient, valuing cooperation since survival itself would demand collective effort. In the end, if Earth's gravity doubled, the world would not end, but humanity would need to rebuild itself, body and soul, for a heavier, slower, and more grounded existence. Life would continue, but it would be closer to the ground, denser in form and heavier in meaning.